wanted to show you one of my favorite restorative poses, a favorite restorative pose because it is so beneficial to nourish and restore your body if you are exhausted, overworked. This pose is legs up the wall. In Sanskrit, it's Vipriti Karani. It is wonderful because it helps the venous return from the legs back to the heart, so it's considered very restful for the heart. It is one of the poses that is in many of Mr. Iyengar's restorative sequences. It is a pose that personally helped me in the trenches of those early motherhood years. So when you aren't sleeping for newborn, toddlers, things like that. So there are different variations. I'm going to show you with a couple of different props, and each one just kind of up levels the ease with which your muscles don't have to work to hold the pose together and to really give you the fold and the back bend. So the best way I find to come into it is to bring your butt all the way up to the wall. So bring the side of your hip all the way to the wall, and then you're gonna lie down and take your legs up. Like so. You wanna remove any ponytail so you're not, on a clip or a bun or an elastic. So this is fine, and if you don't have any props, you can absolutely just stay here. If you're someone that has tight hamstrings and you won't be able to have your legs up the wall this close, you'll have to move your butt back a little bit. But I have a bolster here, and I'm gonna show you if you can add some height, and if you don't have a bolster, you can do this with a rolled up blanket. You bend your legs, bring your feet to the wall, press your feet into the wall, lift your hips up, and put the bolster a few inches away from the wall. So you can see there's a gap here, and then I'm gonna lay myself over that bolster. So I'm really working on this fold here and having the curve in my lower back. If your bolster is too high or too wide, do it with blankets, and then you can progress from there. Next thing, your arms, you can just have like a cactus or down more like Shavasana. Make sure there's nothing in your way, so if you strap or anything, move it out of the way. Draw the shoulder blades underneath you. Roll your head from side to side. Let it find its natural center. Right away, you'll notice that the breath easily, you want that soft belly so the breath moves down into the belly. Now, I have a strap here. One of the nice things that you can do for yourself with legs up the wall pose is to strap yourself in. So you don't have to work to hold the legs together if one wants to turn out and one wants to turn in. So again, you can just bend the legs, make sure your strap isn't twisted, and strap yourself in. You can also put another strap on your shins if you tend to have one knee that rolls out. So you're really held at the femur and at the tibia. Ideally, you want to spend about 10 to 15 minutes here in this pose for really deep restoration. Another thing that you can do, if you have a sandbag, and again, this can all be, you want to add, you can add these once you're here. You want to bring the sandbag to your feet. See if I can do it. And then bring your feet back up the wall. Of course, if you have someone at home, they can just put the sandbag on for you. That gives you the weight of the legs dropping into the hip sockets, and can also take some pressure off of your lower back. This is heaven once I move that strap, a little princess in a pea. So remember, the tenets you want for really deep relaxation is you want evenness. And then you can give yourself a count, hold here for 200 breaths, working on the count, inhaling, same amount as the exhaling, or lengthening the exhale for even more of this dropping down out of the mind into the body. Again, you can stay here for as long as you like, ideally 15 minutes. It's a wonderful pose to do in the middle of the day, especially if you have to like get back up and work more. To come out of it, bend the knees, just let the sandbag fall to the side. You can unstrap yourself. Press your feet into the wall. If you have a bolster underneath you, lift your hips up, slide it out of the way. Slide your sandbag out of the way. Let your pelvis come back to the floor. Take a moment there and then roll to the side and press yourself up. Vipriti Karani, legs up the wall pose. Wishing you all good restoration.